They're strong, independent, and come from countries you'd never expect. They've lived through hardship, built careers, survived conflict, and faced emotional isolation. And now they're looking for something different, something real. Not money, not fame, not luxury. They're looking for loyalty, warmth, and a partner who listens. And strangely enough, they're refining it in men thousands of kilometers away from a tropical nation most of them never imagined falling in love with. What's even more surprising? These women aren't just dating, they're marrying, in growing numbers. So who are they? Why are they walking away from local love? And what is it about these men that makes them worth crossing the world for? This is the love story nobody saw coming? Let's begin by understanding the broader context. The global dating and marriage landscape has drastically changed over the past 2 decades. With the rise of social media, dating apps, international travel, and global migration, love stories now span continents. But there's more to it than that. In some parts of the world, traditional dating has lost its spark. Many women feel disillusioned by the modern dating culture in their own countries, one that often emphasizes independence over emotional connection, financial status over loyalty, and casual relationships over long-term commitment. This shift has left many women, particularly in Eastern Europe, searching for something more grounded and sincere. Filipino men, on the other hand, have been gaining quiet admiration abroad. Known for their hospitality, strong family values, humility, and loyalty, they offer something rare in a world increasingly driven by superficial values. Let us explore how this unique dynamic plays out in 3 countries where this trend is growing: Ukraine, the Czech Republic, and Russia. Ukraine. Ukrainian women are often portrayed in the media as beautiful and family-oriented. But behind the images are stories of resilience, responsibility, and heartbreak. The country has faced political unrest, war, and economic challenges for years. Many women there have had to become emotionally strong and self-sufficient, juggling jobs, education, and caregiving roles. But strength doesn't mean they don't crave emotional support. In fact, it's what they crave the most. Ukrainian culture still values traditional gender roles to a degree, where women appreciate men who are dependable, emotionally present, and family-centered. But many Ukrainian men affected by the stress of economic hardship, emigration, or even alcohol abuse struggle to meet these expectations. So when Ukrainian women connect with Filipino men, either through online platforms, travel, or mutual friends, they're often pleasantly surprised. Filipino men tend to be expressive, warm, and respectful, traits that Ukrainian women deeply admire. Filipino culture emphasizes close-knit family ties, respect for elders, and strong spiritual values. It's often mirroring what Ukrainian women grew up valuing. Fun fact, the Philippines is one of the most emotional countries in the world, according to global emotion studies. Filipinos are not afraid to say "I love you," to check in daily, and to express vulnerability, things many Ukrainian women long for. Plus, many Filipinos are fluent in English, making communication smoother. Humor, lighthearted teasing, and gentle affection, these are all things Ukrainian women often say are rare in their local dating pool, but abundant with Filipino partners. Czech Republic now. Let's talk about the Czech Republic, a country famous for its beer, castles, and fairy tale towns. Czech women are known for being straightforward, witty, and independent. They tend to be highly educated and career-oriented. But that doesn't mean they abandoned the idea of building a home and raising a family. In fact, many Czech women face a paradox. They want emotional connection and long-term commitment. But the local dating scene can feel cold, transactional, or emotionally distant. Enter Filipino men. Their warmth and humor often act like a breath of fresh air for Czech women. Unlike the stereotypical emotionally reserved Central European man, Filipino men are engaging and affectionate. Czech women also appreciate sincerity. They don't like over-the-top gestures or fake charm. They want genuine conversations and mutual respect. Filipino men, often raised in communities where honesty and humility are prized, fit this preference perfectly. Here's a fun cultural contrast. While Czech humor is often dry and sarcastic, Filipino humor leans toward playful banter and exaggerated storytelling. The mix creates entertaining and deeply enjoyable relationships where both parties learn to laugh in new ways. Another important factor, the Czech Republic has a high rate of people identifying as non-religious. In contrast, Filipino men often come from spiritual or Christian backgrounds. Surprisingly, this contrast doesn't always push couples apart. For many Czech women, Filipino men's spirituality adds depth and perspective to life. Some even say it brings more purpose and calmness to the relationship. Russia. Finally, we turn to Russia, home to a complex dating culture. Russian women are known globally for their beauty, elegance, and strong family values. But beneath the surface is a deep societal pressure to settle down early, look perfect, and handle everything from home life to work with ease. Russian women are often expected to be superwomen, and yet many feel emotionally unsupported or underappreciated. In the Filipino man, many Russian women find someone who offers emotional refuge. Filipino men tend to be patient listeners, thoughtful partners, and proactive family men. This contrast to traditional Russian expectations makes Filipino men incredibly attractive. Here is a cultural insight. While Russian dating can sometimes feel like a game of appearances and status, Filipino dating culture focuses more on connection, values, and shared moments. A simple karaoke night or cooking dinner together can mean more than a fancy dinner date. Russian women also admire the lightheartedness of Filipino men. Life in Russia can be tough, harsh winters, economic uncertainty, and rigid social norms can weigh people down. But the Filipino spirit, often resilient, hopeful, and joyful, feels like sunshine in their lives. Fun fact, Russia and the Philippines are both vast countries with rich artistic traditions, music, dance, poetry, and storytelling. These shared cultural passions often form a surprising yet meaningful bridge between couples. Closing thoughts. So why are more women from Ukraine, the Czech Republic, and Russia marrying Filipino men? Because these women are not looking for a passport. They're not chasing fantasy. They want kindness. They want laughter. They want love. That's real. And they're finding it in a place that once seemed like a world away. In a time where dating often feels like a shallow game, Filipino men are proving that old-fashioned values, loyalty, warmth, and sincerity still matter. So maybe, just maybe, the future of love isn't in grand gestures or high-tech apps. Maybe it's in the simple, heartfelt connections between people who just want to be seen, heard, and loved. On Eastern Europe to Southeast Asia, one thing's clear. Love doesn't follow borders. It follows the heart. And sometimes, that heart leads to the Philippines. And that, dear viewer, is a love story worth sharing. If you found this video eye-opening or heartwarming, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Want to see more? Let's check out our related video. Why Southeast Asian men are becoming the world's most desirable husbands. Linked right here on your screen. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep loving across borders.